Hi guys, Epicenter Brian here. Hey, I'm doing a fun experiment today in the freeze dryer, and had some requests from our YouTube channel subscribers to do luncheon meat, and so I decided to do that and also do some bread and do something to go on the bread, some cheese. And we learned that mayonnaise doesn't work, so I'm doing some mustard. Okay, so this is what I've got going on here. Now for the meat, I've got some roast beef and I've got corned beef. And for the cheese, I've got some Munster, and that's separated by pieces of parchment paper. Now, we also had requests to do some soup. So here is some leftover pasta fagioli. And this is a potato leek soup that I added baby clams to. And this is what's left of that batch. So anyway, that's what's going in this batch, and I've got this crazy idea for what to do with the bread, and we'll see how it works out. Alright, so it's going in the freeze dryer, and today is Saturday, so it'll be a few days before the crew's back, and we'll try it out for lunch. The sandwich batch is done, and let's take a look at this. There are a couple of interesting things. On the bread, we have one piece that's got a major crack right through it, so that might fall apart when we try to reconstitute it. As far as the meat goes, the roast beef turned out pretty good, actually. Let's take a look at this. You can actually see individual slices, and they've all separated, and they seem to be pretty solid. The corned beef is a little bit more fragile. It too has separated, but it's a little bit warped, and so this is going to be a little bit more of an issue from a packaging standpoint. When you see that, I think you can see that. This is really too thin to be freeze drying, so I think the trick is to slice this stuff, much thicker. Anyway, the mustard, the nice little pucks, those are perfect. The cheese, again, is very fragile. Like here's a little piece that broke off on its own in the freeze dryer. Tastes like cheese, but I think this is going to be a little problematic to turn it back into a slice to put on the sandwiches, but all the pieces are here and they're intact and they're all separated. So anyway, I'm going to try to get this stuff packaged up so it doesn't turn into dust, and we'll try it out and see if it works. Okay, today we're doing the freeze-dried sandwich experiment, so this will be kind of fun. We'll go ahead and start with the mustard, and I'm just going to put a little bit in each of those, get them started. And then the meat, I think, is actually going to work. So we'll just put a little on there and let it sit. Come back to it. You can see, boy, it starts soaking up immediately, doesn't it, Jenny?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Now the cheese, I've got no idea what's going to happen with the cheese. So we'll just kind of douse it, and if we have to, we'll sort of squish it down or something. And then the bread is sitting over there. That's all dry, and we are going to try to rehydrate that with an egg milk mixture. So it'll be sort of like French toast, except without the vanilla and without the cinnamon. So we'll get that fried up and see if this actually works and we can make a sandwich with freeze-dried stuff. What do you think about the cheese, Jenny?
It's not happening.
That has not soaked up anything. We weren't sure if it was, but... So, we have backup cheese ready to go, but what do you think? If that were powdered, is that like the only thing you can do with cheese?
I'm thinking we do carry August and Farm, they have a cheese powder. So I'm thinking once you freeze dry it, there's nothing else you can really do but grind it up. And I've never tried the August and Farms cheese powder. I'm assuming it would make like a nacho cheese kind of sauce. I don't know. which is really interesting because that's not stuff I eat. But we'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, what do you think? Shall we try to soften those bricks up?
Okay. It's falling apart. It's really not liking anything we're doing. So maybe as it does rehydrate, it's just kind of... Don't know.
Okay. Well, and that's what I was afraid of about that getting cracked. And that's why I didn't fully vacuum pack those once they were dry, because I didn't want to have those crack and break.
But the parts that are rehydrated are super soggy. There's still some that are just hard as a rock.
Right. You want to see if the heat will help, if that actually went into the pan, and if that's actually going to help rehydrate that. We don't know. We turned off the burner because we thought this was going to take
a while.
So it's an experiment, right?
It is.
Okay. So we got a piece, sort of, there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so this other one was added about, 2 minutes after the first one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You've got that look on your face, Jenny.
My unprofessional opinion is you can't do freeze-dried sandwiches. You can do the meat, and that's about where it's going to leave you.
Yeah, well, okay. Oh, look at how soggy that is. Okay, well, we'll just kind of press on. Yeah, I guess we could make bread pudding and fry it up. We could crumble that bread, put it in this stuff, whisk it all together, pour it in the pan.
Bread pudding.
What do you think, Jenny? Is that going to work?
I don't know. I'm not the one to ask.
Okay. This one's pretty messed up, but that one's intact. So, learning curve. We don't know if it's going to work or not, so.
I don't know.
Okay. So we have some more bread going in there right now. So that one broke.
It broke. It doesn't, once you add the stuff and try to reconstitute it, it doesn't quite hold together.
And we already have a break in this one here, so.
But I think this one is actually good.
Okay.
And try that. This one should be too.
Okay. Well, it kind of looks like French toast.
We didn't add any of the stuff because we were thinking, I said, no, don't add it. We're going to do sandwiches. I don't want cinnamon and vanilla with my roast beef. But I think if you were, let's try it. Let's do a taste test first. Never mind. I'll get back to that thought.
But there's still nowheresville on that cheese.
The cheese ain't happening.
Yeah, we give up on that cheese.
Cheese is over. We're done with the cheese. Yeah, you can't reconstitute the cheese.
We have backup cheese ready to go.
And backup bread, I believe.
Yeah, we do.
That is really interesting.
What?
I tried a little piece of the bread over here. Granted, we put it in milk and fried it and did all the fancy dancy stuff. That's interesting. That's all I'm going to say about that until you can get some other opinions.
You're not even going to tell me, Jenny?
Try it. Just try a little corner and tell me what you think.
Is it bad?
I'm not puking. No, it's not bad. Try it. It's different. It's not like you took a piece of bread that hadn't been freeze-dried and put it in the mixture and throw it in here. You can tell something's definitely different. But try it. Try it. Try it. Try it. I'm curious to see what you think.
Okay, here, hold the camera. I'll try it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, little piece here. Oh, man. You know what this is?
I
This is a pancake. This is like a pancake.
was going more for a funnel cake. Let's put some powdered sugar on it. You have a great dessert.
Wow. That's not at all what I was expecting.
Neither.
It's like a pancake. It is. It's a different texture. I kind of like it.
I'm thinking like some powdered sugar, and that would be a hell of a munchie. But
She's so excited she's not holding the camera right.
yeah.
Okay, well, we ran out of sauce for this, so we've got a piece here that's completely missing, and this one down here is all soaked and goofy. Should we throw this in? I don't know. Okay, what the heck? We're gonna do that. See how squishy this is, and how rock solid. We just didn't have enough sauce, so that's okay. That was good enough. I'm gonna eat this. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. Let's turn these back on. Definitely different, right? Oh. Whoops, sorry.
There's some really good camera work going on today, but we're just having fun anyway. So we know that the meat works, the cheese doesn't. The bread, I'm hoping somebody out there in YouTubeville will come up with a method on the bread. But this kind of works, but it's different.
Yeah.
This is roast beef here,
Yeah.
and this is corned beef.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's start with the corned beef. That worked. Yeah, that worked, and that is tasty. And the texture is couldn't be better. Yeah. And the roast beef, well, let's just get in there.
Yeah, dive in there, John. So the meat worked.
The meat works really well. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, happy about that.
Yeah, well. Me too. You added some of our freeze-dried yellow mustard.
Yeah, just reconstituted nicely. It's mustard.
Yeah, I put a little bit too much water in there,
Yeah.
but that's okay. We don't care, do we?
So, I guess we're going to try a sandwich.
That we're going to. So, there's yours. What kind of mustard are you going to put on it?
Oh, no mustard.
No mustard?
Oh, we're doing freeze drying.
You don't have to use mustard.
Okay.
Okay, so what kind of meat are you going to use?
I'm going to slap one of each on there.
Okay. Then we're going to get your reaction.
Well, I think someone else should partake in this. I'll cut it in bites and we'll see if we can actually. I may be wrong. I told you, don't quote me. We may actually be able to do a freeze-dried sandwich.
We're looking at a Monte Cristo, basically. I am happy with it.
Jenny's got a surprised look on her face up there.
I'm very happy with it. Looks like we gave up on the cheese in this batch.
We did.
You can't rehydrate cheese.
We used fresh cheese. It's hard to do the dairy products, apparently. This is great.
All right,
This is great.
Janik. Have a little bite.
No, this was the bread
Not
that we
this one.
ran out
This
of
one,
the.
try that one right there.
We ran out of the liquid, and so there's a piece or two that's a little hard. So, but we have that other piece of bread over there.
We do.
That's pretty decent. Wow. So how did it, you just rehydrated the meat, put water on it and let it sit and then drained it off, or it,
Yep.
Yes.
cool.
Well,
You know what?
But the cheese didn't work.
I'm gonna try
sweet mustard.
There you go. Okay.
a bit of the mustard. I'm gonna try this. I don't want to pollute, so I'm gonna do it like, yeah. Mustard? I wouldn't know. Would you know that this is rehydrated?
No, I wouldn't.
Look at that surprised look
I would,
on
but
Jenny's face.
But I did handle the cheese, and the cheese really didn't work.
No.
It's tough to do the dairy stuff. Yeah. But this is amazing. That was very tasty.
There's one left, Brian. Go for it.
Okay. I think this is better than a pass. It is messy. There's fussing around, especially on the bread. But this is better than a pass. I kind of like it. This is worth trying again and getting this whole thing perfected about, the bread. Getting it to soak up, finding a good way to flip it without breaking it in half, and that kind of stuff. But I think this works. Yummo.
Yes, indeed.
You know what this is?
What is it?
This is an Ebel-skeever.
Oh!
I said funnel cake.
I
This
said
isn't-
pancake.
No, this is an Ebel-skeever, a flat Ebel-skeever. It tastes just like an Ebel-skeever.
Do you want to explain what that is? Should I dig out some footage and roll it right now in the background? And now go ahead and describe what it is.
Ebel-skevers. Once a year, Scandinavian Festival in Junction City, Oregon. There is a booth that has the best Ebel-skevers ever.
Well, I think it's the only evil scheme.
No, there's two now. There's one that's a little better than the other. Dang!
I like the bread. Just the bread.
So what are evil skeevers?
Ebel-skevers are a Scandinavian round dough that is basically a round pancake. That's what it is. This is a flat Ebel-skever. You know what? I like the ones with the browner crust.
Those actually soaked up. The last batch we didn't have enough juice, so that's why that one piece is there and it's kind of hard. It didn't get to, but the bread itself
Wow.
was. That's what.
That's excellent. Dude.
So, it was actually this bread right here. It was buttermilk. Old-fashioned buttermilk.
Well, we need to do these again. If we can freeze dry flat Ebel-skevers, I'm so in.
The bread part is awesome. Huh? Yeah.
Dang. So aside from the flat Ebel-skevers, I'm trying the rehydrated sandwich meat by itself. I would not have known that this was freeze-dried meat. I would not have known. This is a definite yes. I don't know about all the process that you guys went through, but you did good.
The meat was easy. It was figuring out the bread and how to. We didn't put the cinnamon and the vanilla in for like French toast, thinking I didn't want cinnamon and vanilla with my roast beef and corned beef.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if we can get the process down a little bit, the ones that rehydrated and cooked right, the darker ones, those are the first ones, but those got to suck up all the juice. The bread alone is fantastic.
Yeah.
When I'm tasting it, Brian's like, you're not even going to tell me. I'm like, you have to try it. You have to try it. It's good. I can see it with a little powdered sugar right on top, and I'd be happy.
All right. Well,
But it's
that was
not-
kind of fun.
French toast bread texture.
It's denser.
It's different than when you just make French toast. With the freeze-dried bread,
It's like it soaks it all in all the way through the entire piece of bread. It's not squishy in the middle. It's
yeah, it's different.
Wow. I'm
Well, through it all, Brian, we came out with a success.
We needed a victory. We got one.
Yeah!